Hey everybody, we're live. Welcome. Big show today. Big podcast. STCPod happening. Thanks everyone for joining us. Okay. If you're watching us on YouTube, seeing some head shaking going on, don't know why. That's part of the charm, I guess. I don't have a producer, so I don't really have anyone to ask. Is it a turn off when Joe is upset and crazy, or is it funny? I don't know. We need a producer to tell me. Anyways.
No, we don't, because it's just you and me. And that's it.
Right. It is just you and me. This is a podcast. If you're watching it on YouTube, it's just because we happen to record there for convenience sake. The Start to Continue podcast has been going on for 300 episodes. This is our 300th episode, another major milestone. Now we did major celebrations for the 100 and the 200. And, I thought this time I'm going to wait and see what Joe comes up with. What did Joe come up with for the 300th milestone episode?
The 300th episode. So and no one cares anyway.
The 100th, we led into it with a huge retrospective dual episode, and then we did the first ever joint live chat. That never happened before. We did it. And then the 200th episode, again, was another well-produced live switching show. Remember Musty Hobbit was there helping us for that. 300. I thought, well, we'll just be lucky if we can get Joe on for another recording. So as you may have noticed, we didn't get a recording last week.
Right. Well, nothing's been going on. I'm sorry. I apologize. What did you want me to talk about?
Okay.
The fact that we're in lockdown and can't do anything, so I've been sitting on my ass for
there's nothing to talk about last week that happened in the world that we could have got the Joe perspective of.
What? The politics? The craziness in the States?
By the way, anyways, I'm not done saying hello. Thanks everyone for joining us. My name is Bill. With me is Joe. Do not address him. Don't look him directly in the eye. He will be very upset. But I will accept any of your comments, like Chris Roberts in the chat. Hey, Chris, it's good to see you.
Chris, don't you have anything better to do than listen to this stupid thing?
So your first move is to attack our very first.
I love Chris. I just thought he'd have something better to do.
He loves you.
Wow. I love him too. That's why I want him to be productive. Don't waste your time listening to us, buddy.
It's very exciting to watch Joe when he comes on.
So what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Did I finish the intro? This is just a chit chat.
Dude, this isn't your stupid record show. Just talk.
Oh, it's stupid now.
Jesus.
Wow, there it is, folks. See, you wonder why my best friend, I invite him to do a podcast with me, because it makes me feel good. He brings out the best of my confidence, self-confidence.
Who are you talking to? Seriously.
Who do you think? I'm talking to you.
No, you're talking to someone else.
Maniac? Why are you a maniac?
Why do you not listen?
Look, I was playing that God of War again tonight, the longest game in history.
So where are you at in it?
Holy mackerel. The little kid, she won't let me play it unless she's watching. So
where are you at in it?
Well, I'm explaining why it's taking so long. We just got out of this flying boat business, went back to the main world, and then we're in Tyr's inner sanctum.
Oh, where the boat's falling apart on you?
Yeah, I did that. And then we're back into Tyr's vault kind of thing. And there's this huge room that you have to flip. And that's what we're working on. There's more death traps you have to run through.
Oh, with the chains. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. That was a cool part. I enjoyed that flying boat.
Yeah.
You can't say names because the whole thing is confusing to me. I just know by parts.
She's like, this flying boat, this is like an elevator part of a video game, right? Where they're just going to keep throwing waves of enemies at us, right? I'm like, you got it. It is exactly like an elevator part of a game. She's learned that if you're on an elevator in a video game, it's bad news for a long time.
What game has she experienced where she's been in an elevator and been attacked?
Well, we've played arcade games together. You know, I have that Xbox that's all modded up with arcade games, like the classic beat 'em ups. You're always going on an elevator at some point, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The last one was probably, the last one I can really remember would have been like one of the Metal Gear games.
Like Final Fight and Streets of
I'll play
Rage.
that.
There's
Play
all
that. Girl stuff. Those girl games.
I said beat 'em up games. I
You
didn't
said
say
Final Fight.
Yeah, that's a beat 'em up.
That's a sissy game.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm about speaking of video games, I'm about just shy of 30 hours on Persona 5. 70 more to go, if I'm being conservative.
That's a girl game. Boring.
No, it's what? No, what? Because it's Japanese, and there's
nothing to do.
There are high school kids.
Well, probably that too. Yeah, isn't there a dance scene?
Not in Persona 5.
Oh,
I think there is like some version that there's like a dance game or something, but that's nothing that I would play. I don't know. It's been a while since I played a super long game, so I thought I'd decide to torture myself and throw one in.
This God of War is super long. It never ends.
Well, no, it ends because I finished it. I'm not going to complete it though, because then that'll be like God knows how long. Though I do want to get back, and I'd like to beat one Valkyrie for once.
There's only one that I came close to. The rest are just insane.
Maybe I picked the wrong one then.
Yeah, there's one that she doesn't have much in the way of extra bits. So if you just go at her, you can, but did not beat her right to the very edge. I was like right there, and then she did me, and I said, enough of this. Moved on.
I think I just need better armor, and you got to figure that part out. I never took the opportunity to really stray from the storyline, just because I knew what I would have been getting into. All those games where it's like you got all these submissions, and not to mention it's bloody confusing. So I don't know how much time I wasted at the start trying to figure out the actual gameplay and how to travel between the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So I did throw in some not Harvest Moon. God damn it. What's the other farming game?
Stardew?
Yeah, Stardew Valley.
I thought you were done with that.
Well, it's always on my PS4, right? Because I had I did the digital download. And it's so small, it's not really worth deleting. So I throw it on every now and then, sort of cleanse the palate. And, take a little bit of a break between these extra long gameplays.
This little kid of mine, even though she has a new Switch and everything, she still makes time to come down here on my little testing station where I have a GameCube, and she loves playing the Harvest Moon. She keeps going at it.
That's good.
Yeah. Even though she's got the latest stuff, she still comes back and plays some GameCube. She's a real
Is she playing the one on the Switch?
She has Animal Crossing on the Switch.
Sorry, Animal Crossing. I don't know why I keep calling that one Harvest Moon. Does she like that one?
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think my daughter's I don't know if it caught her attention, unfortunately. She took it out and threw in that Super Mario game for the Switch, whatever it's called. She's playing that now.
Odyssey?
Is that the one where you throw the hat?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's digging that one more. So Animal Crossing was money well spent apparently.
Oh, she'll get back into it for sure.
I wouldn't mind trying it.
My kid's always watching YouTube videos and stuff for kids where they talk about these games, right? So it gets her interested to try it herself. How to, get to the whatever you're supposed to do in that game. I don't even know what you're supposed to do. Build a community or something.
Beets. I popped into Walmart today and took a look at their game section. And I almost picked up because I was restaining my tile grout today. So I was plowing through all my podcasts the last 2 days. I heard a bunch of them mention about the new the upcoming games for 2021. And one of them is I guess it's going to be that new Horizon Zero Dawn game. Is that right?
That is coming out for PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's this year, right?
Should be.
So I still haven't played the first one anyway. So I saw there at Walmart, it was like the complete edition. Almost picked it up. And I thought, what am I doing? I still have to plow through Persona. And then I really want to do that Nier Automata game this year.
Yeah.
Because I think they're working on the third one.
Oof. Probably, but
working on it, or it'll be out this year or next year. I forget.
So, but we're in lockdown though. Like you're only supposed to go out for essential goods.
I dare someone to make a comment about that because I will not be PC like some other people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither.
Just curious.
Well,
hey, Lotus has taken a second to say congratulations on 300 episodes. Good to see you, Lotus. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Lotus.
And Chris Roberts is asking you about the poster situation. Is that to you or is that to me? How's the poster situation?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't put posters up, so it can't be about me.
I thought maybe you had another Rockstar video on My Life in Collecting, something about posters, maybe.
Nope.
How's it going over there on the...
No, I popped into Walmart because what was it? That was the first day I went to Shoppers because I had to return an Amazon thing for my wife. And then I had to return some razor blades because I bought extras just to get me over that. They had that 20% extra if you spent like, what was it, like over $50 on your points. So I bought like a 12-pack of razors that were on sale for $34 and then a 4-pack, which were $23 for 4. Meanwhile, I bought a 12-pack for $34. So I bought those to get me over, and then I returned the 12-pack or the 4-pack today.
And that got you a discount, is what you're saying, because you bought more?
No, I had to spend I had to spend $50 to get 20 times the points.
Oh, well, they're supposed to claw back the points if you make a return.
Yeah, they clawed back the points off the 4-pack. Why would I keep the 4-pack at $23 when the 12-pack cost me $34?
No, I mean, the whole bonus should have been clawed back, I think.
No, they only clawed back the points on that specific item. I'm trying to figure out how I can fuck over Shoppers because I had a Christmas item for $20, and obviously I bought it super early and then found out at Christmas that it wasn't needed anymore. And obviously, so it's past the 30 days, so they wouldn't even take it back or even give me store credit. So now I'm going to, that piece of shit manager there, I'm going to fuck him over good. Get some free stuff somehow.
Yeah, they're not good with returns there.
No, Shoppers is garbage.
Well, you just got to know how to play them. You can't beat shopping there and get the points. The points is good, but you're not going to get returns out of them, especially on electronics or anything like that.
So then I popped over to Walmart because I got my anniversary coming up. So great time for one when there's nothing to do. So I was trying to find some little little things I could just give my wife that she can get some use out of. So that's why I was in the game section.
Oh, you have a special day coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a special day. I had a special day this past week. Relatively unnoticed by my best of friends.
Oh, be more passive aggressive and not tell me what you're talking about.
Okay, so you didn't notice, all the birthday wishes that were on, social media or whatever for your co-host here?
Was it your birthday?
What were all those people saying that for to me? That's crazy, eh? Nothing from my friend Joe. Appreciate that.
On your Twitter?
Like you didn't see Twitter that day because you were on it. I saw posts from you.
Hold on, I'm scrolling through your thing.
Such a...
Oh, wait a minute. That's...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you think I'm kidding. You just say, oh, sorry I missed that. Happy birthday. That'd be nice.
Holy shit, it was. I apologize, man.
You freaking knew it.
Apologize.
You knew it. Man.
I didn't know it. Otherwise, I would have said it to you at work.
Oh, come on.
Hey, man, happy belated birthday.
Well, thank you.
I will buy you a coffee. What's this? The big kid made me this chocolate strawberry heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you can't have strawberries in your cake.
I told her that too. Yeah. But she made it work. I don't like fruit in my cake for sure, but she made it work. And I've been on the sugar hard this week because of it. She made that completely from scratch. No box baking there. She made the...
Why did my phone not let me know that it was your birthday, though?
Oh, give me a break. When you were on Twitter...
I didn't see anything on Twitter. I would have said something to you. Jerk.
So, yeah, this cake was fancy. She had made this buttercream chocolate, like she melted chocolate into the buttercream frosting. And the main layer had strawberries in it as well, which that's usually a golden rule. When she told me she used strawberries on my cake, I said, well, that was a mistake. That was a bit of a stumbling block, but
no,
turned out pretty good.
Got it.
But yeah, heart attack city, man. She told me the amount of butter that went into that cake and vegetable oil and whew. But I've been eating it. It's been fantastic. Very decadent. Extremely decadent.
Was that Tuesday or Monday?
Yeah, we were at work. I waited the entire day at work.
Was it Monday or Tuesday?
Walk. Took Joe for a walk around the building, waiting for a
21. 20 is the Wednesday, so the 19th. All right. There you go. I just added it to my. There you go. Whoops. I just added it to my contact list. Boop.
Yeah. Okay. It was a little hurting, but I knew.
Is that why you didn't come over Monday? You didn't say one word to me Monday.
We're not allowed to visit. So
hello, phone.
We were on the phone quite a bit that day. And then Tuesday I took you for a walk around the building. Still nothing.
Wow.
So
you could have not been passive aggressive.
But speaking of the big kid, as Chris Roberts talking about the poster, he's mentioning because on the stupid vinyl show, nice to attack someone's creative process on this show. The stupid vinyl show, I showed a record of hers that we got her for Christmas/birthday, and it had a big poster.
Oh, it finally arrived.
Yeah, yeah. Don't ever shop from Merch Bar in the States. And I'm showing the poster that's inside of it, and I accidentally just ripped the poster a little bit along the crease. And but I did tell her about it, and she forgave me. So
Yeah, well,
So
she can't put it up anyway. It's been folded. Looks like shit.
no, you can put those up. Yeah, those are fine.
No, they look like shit.
No, then it looks legit because it came from a record. It's not fake. I have posters up.
Movie posters aren't folded up.
Old ones were. They didn't start rolling movie posters until late 90s.
Those are the only ones I want. I don't put up folded posters.
I do. Looks legit.
That looks like shit.
Legit.
Not to mention I'm an adult and I don't put posters up. So
look behind you, buddy.
What?
Yeah, there's a poster of a Countach and a giant library of child's toys behind you.
I never said anything about toys.
Oh, okay.
And that's not a poster. That's actually a cardboard in a frame.
That's even worse. You get that at the carnival.
Well, that's how they made posters back when I was like, I don't know, 8.
So just for good fortune, I do also have another box that arrived just in time for my birthday, but we're going to do a special unboxing for this. This came in the mail from none other than the Q Dogs. Sent me a care package. So we're going to see what's going on in there. So I've learned anything from my life in collecting. You get anything, you put a video together about it. And the channel will just go crazy, right?
You've been plowing through those. Did you end up recording those James Bond movies?
Are you doing anything to keep away from me sidewinding the conversation into the bump that this channel got? Does it steam you that much?
Does what steam you?
For us to talk about YouTube and perhaps the bump that this channel got this month?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know the channel, this channel Start to Continue got a bit of a bump?
Oh, that's good.
You don't want to know the story behind it or anything?
Okay, you want to tell it, so go ahead and say it. Hurry up, man. Fuck. That's why I hate doing this show.
There it is. I'm just pulling your strings, buddy. I'm just pulling your strings. Hey, I did something else to pull your strings today. I wore this sweater, particularly because it can do this with the...
Yeah, so I got one that does that.
I know that drives you crazy when people do that.
No, it doesn't.
All right.
Stop being passive aggressive and just talk normally, man.
I'm not talking normally. We've done 300 episodes of me talking this way to you.
No.
All right. What do you got for me?
Nothing. Did you get through those James Bond movies?
I haven't been taping them.
That was another thing too. When I was at Walmart. I don't know if you noticed the last time you were there, but they've been slowly putting all their old movies onto like the new thing is like the 4K Blu-rays, like the really old ones now. So they got them all up for like $20.
But they're like proper 4Ks, right? Or are you saying they're just budget ones?
No, they're legit upgrades to 4K / Blu-rays. Now, when it says that, it says 4K, it says Ultra 4K, and then beside it, it's got Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So are there 2 discs or just the 1 disc?
Yeah, you'll always get well, as far as I know, if it's 4K, you'll get the 4K disc and you'll get the Blu-ray disc.
All right.
So you get both. So it is advantageous to get the 4K because you're going to get that Blu-ray and then you'll have the 4K for later if you eventually get it.
Yeah, it was tempting to it was really tempting to start picking some of these up, man.
Yeah, you should.
No, it's just like back in the old days when I was like when you start upgrading from like cassette to CD and then all that stuff and then upgrading your DVDs to Blu-ray. I'm like, I can't go through the whole process again.
I know.
Not at $20 anyway.
I know, but we can't get these movies at a 4K resolution maybe if it hits the streaming services, but like I don't pay for the full on Netflix, so I don't get it 4K there. Amazon Prime only has so much, and then Disney only has so much. So like the James Bond stuff, that's on our Canadian Crave streaming site, and they don't stream higher than 720, and it's terrible. It's hard to watch the stuff on there if you blow it up like what I do on a projection screen. So that's why I haven't been indulging in too much stuff on those James Bond movies and stuff, because it's on the, it's not got the good
I'm just doing it because
resolution.
it's convenient, but it's I'm just trying to plow through all of them because the wife is getting a little upset that I've got I've been filling up that PVR like I was telling you.
I still have the James Bond stuff when the movie channels played them all down like 5 years ago or something. I just kept them on the PVR, archive side of the PVR. So they're there anytime I want, but they're just going to be so low resolution. Like I'm going to see digital artifacting and stuff because I'm on satellite too. So even that is terrible. Has no bandwidth. So I would love to get that whole set in 4K. That would be amazing. So you didn't pick up anything?
No, almost. So then I just threw it down and said enough is enough. Walked out.
I don't mind grabbing them when they get down to like $12.99. That's like,
no, that's worth it.
Yeah.
Then they got they're repumping out all their CDs too, like greatest hits and all the stuff of all these bands for $5 each. That was a little tempting.
Do you pay for the full-on Netflix the full package?
Is there more than one package?
Yeah, there's 3 different tiers. The second tier is 1080, and then the third tier is 4K with the Atmos.
No, we're not doing the 4K, probably just the 1080.
Yeah, me too. If there's a bit more stuff on there, maybe I'd bump it up, but I think that brings price up to $18.99 or something for us. When you already got Prime and
regular's gone up anyway, right?
Yeah, everything's going up. So mostly my Netflix seems to be mostly a bedroom thing. I'm watching that as I go to sleep. I've been watching The Crown. I'm on season 4 of The Crown right now. I don't remember the last time I talked to you about The Crown, how great it was, but I think I forgot to mention to you the first 2 seasons that John Lithgow is in it, and he just does a crazy performance. It's just brilliant. He plays Winston Churchill, John Lithgow, if you can believe it. And
yeah, I can see that.
It's great. It is so good. It's worth checking out.
I finally finished the Mandalorian. It was not the ending that I was expecting.
Is that bad?
Only in the sense that I don't know. Is there going to be a 3rd season?
Oh, yeah. Well, no doubt.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I don't want to say anything. I got caught off guard by the ending, and he's doing something that I don't like that they did a couple times in that final episode. I'm kind of hoping they don't carry over to a 3rd season.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. I was happy with the whole thing. I'm good with everything.
Let's just say I like the mystery aspect of a certain part of his character.
Oh, okay. But necessity,
it was needed for one part, yes. and I could see why it was done the second time. I don't want to say anything else. I enjoyed it. It was really good. I actually went back and watched the entire season 1 and season 2 all the way through, up to where I had left off, and then finished season 2.
Oh,
so
that's pretty good. That is good.
Well, I tried to get the kids into it, and they had no interest.
I think I could probably watch season 1. It's not like I remember much that happened in season 1. That's probably not much of an ask. What about WandaVision has come out?
No, I haven't started yet. I think they're only at this 2 episodes still.
I watched episode 1, and I was so unhappy with it that I have yet to watch episode 2. I've heard episode 2 rights the ship, and things get so much more better. But that episode 1 was so drawn out, and it's just unsatisfying. I was angry at it, but I think I probably should have plowed through 1 and 2 all at once, and maybe it would have worked out better. But there's not many of us that are saying they weren't happy with it. So there's something that goes on that turns it around. And if you haven't seen anything, I'm not going to say anything about it because I want you to go in fresh. I'm not going to explain anything that's happening.
I haven't watched it yet. I did check out Letterkenny.
Really?
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh.
I had no idea what it was going to be about.
I mean, I've never seen a promo for that show that's funny, so
the promos suck. They suck.
This is a Canadian sitcom.
Very fast-witted. I don't even know where it takes place. Northern Ontario kind of thing. That place actually, the prairies. Where is Letterkenny?
Yeah.
There's Ontario?
No. It's
small rural community in Ontario.
Oh, is it Ontario? Why did I think it was like Saskatchewan?
Loosely based on the hometown of Listowel, Ontario.
Listowel.
Yeah, it's a very backwards sort of community thing, I guess. But you know what? It's surprisingly well done. I think I'm on season 3.
Holy mackerel.
Oh, they're not long seasons, though. They're like 6 episodes or something.
But you won't watch Schitt's Creek?
No, I'll get around to it at some point.
Well, maybe I'll have to try it. Okay. That's surprising. I am watching my little half-hour show for Netflix. Like, I got my big 1-hour show I commit to and a half-hour show. So I'm in The Crown, and I'm also watching Cobra Kai now. Trying to getting through it. It's I
heard it's getting worse.
Really? I thought the word is it's getting better and better for people. It basks in its own terribleness. It embraces how bad it is and how nostalgia bonerish it is. It embraces all that, and you just kind of go along for the ride. And for something to put on, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. I'm in season 2 right now. Not that far along, but it's a short half-hour shows. You know, you can burn through them pretty quick as you're eating breakfast or something. So that's what I'm watching on the Netflix. Cobra Kai. And that Johnny Lawrence, when like episode 1 of that show, it's like he'd never acted before, but you can actually see him get better as an actor, or I'm getting used to him. Maybe that's it. But he seems to be performing way better as season 2 goes along than when we first saw him in season 1. What are you looking at?
I was just trying to go through my notes. I don't really have anything else except for a boatload of movies I've watched.
Well, what's a James Bond movie that you were extremely happy about that has not soured with age?
Well, I think since our last show, I've watched Octopussy.
Love that one.
For Your Eyes Only, which I think for me is probably one of my favorite Moore movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then Octopussy, which, meh. And then right now, before the show, I was just put an hour into The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah.
I think that's the first. Is that the first appearance of Jaws?
I
think it is. It's the one where like in Egypt and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And where he teams up with the Russian super hot agent, right?
Agent XXX.
Yeah. That he kills.
I don't find her that hot, man. I like the chick from For Your Eyes Only, the daughter of the Marine archaeologist.
Yeah.
You know, she had like the super long hair.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, it's oddly enough though, in that one, it was weird. You remember the old original king from Game of Thrones? The one who got killed on the shitter with the arrow in the chest from
Lannister.
Yeah. There's a super young version of himself in For Your Eyes Only.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
A bad guy.
Yeah. He's also in The Crown, by the way.
For Your Eyes Only. IMDb. Unless I'm completely mistaken and got my cast. Yeah, he was one of the guys on the ski slope, I believe, wasn't he?
Really? Wouldn't they have all had like goggles on and stuff?
No, because there was also God damn it. I'm trying to find like the cast pictures, but where is he here? Do you remember what his name in real life was? There he is. Charles Dance. He plays Klaus.
I would have never dialed into his real name. I just know him as that guy, and he. I first remember him from that Schwarzenegger movie with the magic movie ticket. Last Action Hero.
Oh,
wasn't he the bad guy with the glass eye? They'd always put a different glass eye on him.
I didn't. I couldn't watch that movie, man.
Oh, that had a bitchin' soundtrack. I'm sure you saw it in the theater.
Nope. Are you sure he's in that one?
I thought that was him. Yeah, that's him.
Scrolling through the database here.
With the glass eyeball.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I don't want to go back that far. Yeah, I think, but for me, that's the one that holds up the best that I've seen so far from Moore. For Your Eyes Only.
I just love the bad guy in Octopussy is so good. He's got such a suave accent and he plays everything so cool no matter what's going on. I just love him. Love that bad guy. He's got the big henchman that he just uses to do everything, but
in Octopussy?
Yeah. Oh, please, Octopussy.
Was that the one where I got my Bond movies all mixed up now? Is that the one where he kills off Blofeld at the start?
Ooh, at the very no, I don't think so, because he's at a the prologue for that movie is where he steals that mini jet, or he gets away in the mini jet. Remember, he has to do something at some air base, and for his escape, he jumps in a truck that's towing a horse trailer.
A horse's ass pops up.
Yeah, the horse's ass pops up. He jumps in the plane,
Right.
Jet, and then he does a barnstormer through the hangar. So it's like right off the bat, the movie is banging.
Yeah, but which one is it where he's? Because the one I'm thinking of, he gets into a helicopter that's then being remote controlled by Blofeld, but you never see Blofeld, obviously.
I think that would have
some guy in a wheelchair on top of a building for Live and Let Die,
because that was his first movie. So I think that's how they bridged them, was him taking care of Blofeld.
Write that down, then. That's another one that I forced myself to power through.
Oh, I love that one too.
Oh man,
boats are jumping. Can't go wrong there.
I got a couple more to get through.
Are you deleting them, or are you going to keep them?
Oh no, I'm deleting them. Too many. I got like over 30 movies I got to get off the PVR. And I watched The Lost Boys again and Dark Crystal again. Oh, I watched. Have you seen First Man?
Yeah,
the one with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
There were some parts on that movie that they did right, like pretty damn perfect.
Yeah,
I didn't care for the ending.
I didn't like it at all.
What about the part when he's where was it? When they first go up, when he first takes the Gemini up, and they're trying to dock with the other shuttle in space as a test, and it's his first time going up into space, and that whole experience of him, you getting like his perspective, like sort of behind the mask, and as the rocket's taken off, like the sound effects were so good, like they were just focusing on everything. Like you'd see him look at the rivets in the rocket wall as they're being shaken apart by just launching off, and you can hear the sounds of those, everything creaking. And
oh, okay. I don't even remember that. I was just wildly disappointed with it.
That's overall was pretty bland movie, but
bland is a great way to describe that movie.
Parts like that initial experience in the rocket takeoff and a couple other ones were really well done. Those are the only parts I pretty much enjoyed. You don't hear anybody talking about that movie, though. That's for sure.
No. Well, if you want to talk going back and watching an old movie, I threw on. Well, I've been looking for this movie for a while, especially on the streaming services, and it's never been anywhere. It's always been a rent, or even YouTube would make you rent it for some reason. And it's this Rutger Hauer movie I loved as a kid called Blind Fury, where he's a Vietnam veteran who lost his eyesight out in the jungle, and this jungle family taught him to use a katana that he keeps embedded in a walking stick. Even though he's blind, he can do the slashy so super well. And he comes back to the States to reconnect with his war buddy, who things ended in a bad way in the war. And he finds out his buddy has got some dealings with gangsters, a casino gangster, and his wife gets killed, and he somehow gets thrust together with his buddy's kid, and he's got to take the kid on a road trip to go find his dad and deal with the gangsters. It is got comedy in it for sure, but it's like an action comedy. Yeah.
Because that goofball poster,
terrible poster,
as he's smiling and decapitating fingertips and cutting Uzis in half.
Yes, they do all kinds of sword gags, which are great, and it is so 80s. It is like Big Trouble in Little China. It's very John Carpenter-ish, but it's not. And I thought it still held up. I loved it. It's on Amazon Prime right now. You can watch that for free.
Initial release was in Germany. Box office, 2.6 million US. Could be that poster. There's other poster versions that look a lot better.
Oh, probably. Now it's yeah, that's why not use that, guys?
Yeah, Blind Fury.
Nope. They must have thought they got to go on the comedy. Like it's not going to hit on action, so let's go with comedy for the Americans. But it's a remake of the Japanese samurai movies, the Blind Swordsman. You ever seen that series? Where he's a blind masseuse.
Yeah. Well, I've seen one. Is there multiples?
Yeah. There's a few of them, and the final movie is excellent in that one because they finally reveal if he's really blind or not. Zatiochi, I think that's what it's called, the Blind Swordsman. They're good. So it's a take on that. And then I even went down the rabbit hole. I'm like, I wonder if, what happened to that sword he carried? Because he has this cool walking stick that has the katana perfectly in it. I'm like, that's got to be an awesome movie prop to have. And I couldn't find anything about where that movie prop is nowadays, the hero sword. But there are tons of sword makers making that sword everywhere. You can order one for yourself. I don't know what kind of quality it would be. For around $80. You can get your own Blind Fury sword, but it's kind of tempted.
What, tempted to buy one?
Yeah, because it's awesome. Hey, when I was a kid, after I saw that movie, I would wander around in the country with my walking stick slashing stuff. And we'll go on a hike and start slashing the vines like crazy. Got pretty good at it, I got to say. I want to say hi to Kyle, who popped in the chat. It's very good that Kyle's here for the 300th episode because Kyle's a longtime supporter of the show. Thanks, Kyle. Good to see you, sir. He said his 300 episodes trying to figure out that actor's name in one movie. Hey, I named Rutger Hauer just like that. Didn't even have to think about it. And also on Prime, I watched a movie that this was recommended to me by someone at work because it's like about an explorer finding a lost civilization in the jungle, kind of like the Uncharted games kind of thing. It's called The Lost City of Zedd. It's produced by, it's a Brad Pitt production, and it's got your guy, who's your guy from the 50 Shades movies. I think it's that guy is in it. What's his name? I can't think of his name.
I don't watch those movies.
I'm doing the Kyle thing. Anyways, it's got that guy, and it's like in the, I don't know, 1900s or something, where there's no technology. They're just driving through the deep jungle trying to find this, like El Dorado or something. Lost civilization. So it sounds exciting. It sounds fun. They have to battle like hedge hunters, and they have to battle, lack of supplies and uncharted lands and venomous snakes and all this stuff. And it's just, they managed to take all that adventure and somehow lose it in the drama of, I don't even know what. There's so much drama and no adventure that this movie just rolled along without getting any more exciting. I can't recommend it. Lost City of Zedd. Do not watch that one.
I can't say I've even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a sleeper. It was in 2016.
Was it such a sleeper that it put people to sleep?
I guess it might have been considered an independent film, maybe, and that's why. Although it had that guy, he's a star. It was Brad Pitt's production company. I don't know. I don't recommend it. But it was another one of those where someone recommended it to me and it was not available on the streamers. So I put it on the watch list and just waited for it to come on. And sure enough, it managed to get on the streaming service, Amazon Prime. I was super excited. Oh, throw that on. Let's go. And it was a bore fest. That's the Lost City of Zedd. But I can get a lot of Amazon Prime in. And I saw The Hunt for Red October was on there. So I started that up too. Why not? I think it was the same night as The Lost City of Zedd. And Hunt for Red October, that stands up. Still good. That was a good one. And I don't think I've even seen it from the beginning in like 30 years, because the whole beginning part where you meet Jack Ryan for the first time, I didn't remember any of that. Like Dr. Beverly Crusher is in it. Did you know that?
Well, I forgot that.
I had no idea. I was completely shocked. And I was completely shocked to learn it was directed by the Die Hard director. I had no idea. Makes sense now because there's tons of little throwbacks of Die Hard throughout it. Little scenes that mirror the Die Hard movie, you know, little winks for Die Hard throughout that movie. So I recommend you're on the James Bond kick, throw that one on for old time's sake. That one stands up.
Yeah. Just trying to think of the other Jack Ryan movies. Remember the first one being really boring.
Is that the Harrison Ford?
Was it Patriot Games? No, is that part of the Jack Ryan series?
Yes. That's Harrison Ford. Now, did he do one before that? I bet you he did one before that. I remember Patriot Games was super boring. I actually fell asleep in the theater during that. But I did have a few sody pops that day, so that might have been part of it.
Jack Ryan movies? Was there 3 or 4 that Ford was in?
Well, I'm going to say only 2, man.
Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, and Hunt for Red October.
Okay, and they wanted Harrison for the Hunt for Red October, but he wanted too much money.
Hunt was 1990. Patriot was 92, and Clear and Present Danger was 94. Yeah, Patriot Games. I guess that was really sort of the first one with Harrison. So yeah, I just remember that being extremely boring. And then they went to The Sum of All Fears with Ben Affleck and Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit with the captain of Star Trek there.
Oh, I don't even think I saw that one. Now, I did watch the Jack Ryan series on Amazon. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, you've mentioned it before.
Like season 1 was exceptional, but did we talk about season 2 though? I don't think I told you about that since I finished it.
I can't remember.
2 is not as great. In fact, you could just leave it at 1 and be very happy. They seem to like rest on their laurels or something for 2.
I think I was hesitant about it because of Krasinski.
He's fine, you know. He does that one move.
I guess I'm also basing that on the promos, right? Which were not very good as well. So I don't think that helped, right?
No, like it was so intense that first season. Like I had to take a break after the first season. It was just so super intense when that ended. And then season 2 is just, yeah.
Because he's around shooting guns and all that stuff, right?
It's the same thing where he's an analyst, but he has a past where he is very capable. He's like a past.
In the Harrison Ford movies, he wasn't like that.
I don't remember the Harrison Ford movie, but I looked for it in Hunt for Red October, and they do explain that, yeah, he was a former SEAL or something, and something happened where he just had to leave it to become an analyst. And that's why he is able to carry himself a little bit in the end of Red October. Because that's what got me a little bit perturbed with the new Jack Ryan with Krasinski, is because he's like a super soldier. You know what I mean? And it's like that the whole thing with Jack Ryan, he's just an analyst. He's a fish out of water in the action scenes, whereas Krasinski is just like, but it does match the earlier movies that he was really, I guess, a SEAL back in the day, or a Marine. I don't remember which. I think it was a Navy SEAL.
Did you I wanted to ask you this as well. Did you also happen to catch the whole election swearing inauguration? Jesus. Were you watching that the other day?
Yeah, I watched. I kept coming in and out of it, for sure. I had to see Trumpster's farewell party he had for himself, and his final rally in front of the flags.
5 minutes of my time. But the Biden thing I watched from 12 o'clock until a little bit after he arrived at the White House.
Oh, yeah? No, I just watched his speech and then
got out of the vehicle and walked the rest of the way, the little, whatever it was, 100 meters or 200 meters to the White House. You know how the presidents like to do that?
Yeah, so he did do that? He walked the whole way?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not the whole way. They stopped at a certain point in front of something, and then he got out. They were mentioning like Obama did that, and they were super worried. And I don't recall if Trump did that. I don't, because I wasn't really watching him. But it was really interesting. It was it was like all I could think of was like I was watching that episode of Seinfeld with the Bizarro World, where everything is just like completely reversed. Everybody coming in can talk properly. They're well educated. They're eloquent. They're normal. They're rational. And then I watched his Biden's press secretary do her first whatever you want to call it, meeting with there's only like 12 press corps in the room. And again, super sane, super rational, eloquent, calm, kept reiterating stuff that Biden had said that was, it was a night and day experience, and it was just completely refreshing. I'd love to get a feel for what some of the Americans thought about that. If it's like, are we like a sigh of relief that this is where we should be? We can all take a exhale for a little bit and not have to worry.
I think so. You don't have to worry about who's driving the ship.
And then Biden signed 3 executive orders right away.
Yeah, he kind of hosed us Canadians right away.
Well, he had talked to us about that, previously, and not just him, but there's been prior communication on that whole pipeline deal thing, right?
But yeah, we had the go ahead. We're already in construction. Assets had already been secured. We're in the hole, hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like when Trump would do the same thing to us with the, NAFTA or whatever. We have these deals in place, and then the new government comes in and just slashes the deals. Well, I thought we had a deal. But then, they just...
Well, his first call was to Trudeau, so maybe
I think that's tomorrow, isn't it?
Is it tomorrow? I don't know what day it was going to be on, but I'm sure they're going to I'm sure Trudeau will bring it up. And
like, I'm all for going green and all that business, but until you get there, you're still going to need your oil from somewhere. So now you're stuck still getting it from OPEC, or do you want it from Alberta? Like,
yeah.
What do you want? Who's going to be a better supplier for you? And again, we get stuck with, I think, the world's largest oil reserve that can't go anywhere except on train rails to the coast. It's just, and there's been lots of talk about the pipeline, but Canadians have been talking about it for the last 2 years about the improvements in that pipeline and the what they've been putting towards environmental programs around that pipeline to get it way up to spec beyond what was originally proposed. Trudeau, our government is super green, right? Super progressive. It's not like Trump saying, giving the go ahead to all the oil drilling in Alaska that happened.
I just like how he signed that they're joining the WHO again.
I'm seeing today he somehow took shit for signing some executive order to end discrimination based on gender. Like, and he took shit for it somehow.
But who was giving him shit for it?
I don't know. Like, I didn't get it at all. It was
Trump's people giving him shit.
No. It was super. Super.
Superman.
The people who get upset over everything, those people, he put an end. He's trying to put an end to gender inequality or discrimination, and he somehow took shit from it. No, not from the right, not from the crazies, from the super liberals, because of something. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. Obviously, you don't know what I'm talking about, so I don't want to say anything more as ill-informed as I am, but what can you do? What? Are you seeing it?
No, I couldn't find anything.
Okay.
I'm just happy things are back to normal.
Yes, and of course, as the upstairs neighbors, we just we can open the windows again and breathe again. It's quite something. So I just want to say hello to Eric. Mighty Q Dog popped in and say hi and congratulate us on our 300th episode. It was a wing dinger, this episode, let me tell you. We've said it all. Let's just summarize. Joe said the vinyl show is stupid. And then a little after that, he said he hated doing this podcast. That was on here. And did you call me stupid? Or I'm not sure if that was part of the hate thing, but that was in there. It was a classic 300th episode. It was so.
Well, you love pushing my buttons.
You got
no before pushing my buttons some more.
You got to work on those buttons, dude.
Dude, I yelled at an old lady today. Oh yeah, that was another thing. I was at Shoppers. This fucking old lady walks in. I don't know, maybe she's like 50 or something. No mask on. So I can't believe it. Well, I felt bad afterwards, but I actually said out loud to her, "Where's your effing mask?"
Get out.
I didn't say effing. She walks up to this poor teenage kid. Well, first I walk in behind her, right? And we both walk up to the cash because I guess she's trying to return something or ask a question, and I was returning something. I see her turn around and walk away from the line. So, okay, I move and take her place because I thought she's leaving. And then I turn around and I see her talking to this teenage boy, employee, no mask on. And she's trying to show him something and ask him a question about it. And he's like doing the the step away, the head bob back, right? Too afraid to say anything to her because he's an employee and doesn't want to lose his job. The managers aren't doing anything. And yeah, I felt bad afterwards for swearing at her, but I don't know. I'm like on a 9 out of 10 ready to explode on people. So,
well, during this whole time, have you ever found yourself in the middle of the store and realize you forgot to put your mask on?
No, not since this whole start of this thing started.
I did that once. You know, we finished an overnight shift and I got to get milk before I get home. So
That's
hour
different.
drive.
You're tired and exhausted.
Yeah, I run into the store. I'm in the middle of it. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, that's why people were looking at me weird. I'm like, speed walk all the way back out.
Yeah, no, I've done that.
Like you forgot your pants. You know, it feels that way when you forget.
I think she must have. I don't know if she just forgot about it, but I just fucking saw red and let loose on her.
Well, what do you think? You think we're going to get our vaccines in order here in Canada? We're kind of behind the 8 ball because we think
we're the only one that seems to be behind.
Well, we have to take what we can get because we don't manufacture it. So we're in this situation where we have to.
We also signed a contract. We signed a purchase agreement to have stuff delivered by a certain date.
Yeah, we talked about contracts already. And then you got the Americans that have double the amount of vaccines that aren't going into arms yet. They're just sitting there in storage because they don't have the distribution set up. Whatever they have vaccinated, they have double that just waiting to be vaccinated. They can't get it out there quick enough. So we're like, can you just send some to us, get us going? But I don't know how these companies are managing to manufacture so much. Not just Canada, right? They got to manufacture for the world. And what the hell why isn't China and Asian countries developed a vaccine yet? Or do they and we just don't know it?
I don't know. I've only been hearing about the Pfizer.
I think they would have been on top of it with a vaccine. And Canada, we got to get our act together with manufacturing. Like we do have pharmaceutical industry here, but no manufacturing for this vaccine. It's bonkers.
Well, we've only inoculated what? Said it today in the news. 150,000, 250,000 people.
Is that across the nation?
Yeah.
Oof.
I think so.
Not on.
Is it that or just in Ontario?
I don't know. I've not been trying not to watch. I don't watch our Canadian news when I'm not working. So
now the kids aren't going back to school for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, we don't learn until February.
At least in Durham.
Yeah, same here.
Other places they're going back, like Peterborough and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do.
It's easier on me. I don't have to worry about getting the kid there, bringing her back, and set her up here. It is shocking how good this little kid is with the, with getting the Zoom thing going and all, working on the computer. She's talking about how she tiles and gets everything organized. Like, and then I get on a phone call with my dad later. Yes. He's like, I'm still trying to get Gmail on my computer. You got me. How's that going? It's the big G thing in an envelope. That'll do it. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Woo, man. But yeah, I am impressed how the kids have adapted to the online stuff. So at least it's way better than last year where they were just totally slacking it off and getting away with it. Now they're like, at least the little kid in grade school, they're online with the teacher for the majority of the day. And it's just like school. They have their nutrition break and they got this break and then like they're on a schedule.
Yeah. Some days are better than others.
But both kids, high school kid and grade school kid, they do not allow me to get anywhere near to even see how the process is going. It's like, close the door. You're not allowed in here. Close the door. Don't look. Like, I just want to see how it works. I just want to see. I'm in the dark. I know, obviously, as a teacher, you don't want parents interrupting lessons, but I just want to see how it's working. I want to see it work. Anyways, what more needs to be said? You got anything else, or did you say it all already?
Like I said, it's been a quiet 2 weeks, so I think that's good. We got work tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Early morning. That means me getting up at 4:40. Oops. And I have no coffee in the house. I ran out, so I'm going to have to get coffee before work, which is a whole process because, I get the coffee cup and then I got to transfer it to a thermos and then you got to sanitize in the middle of all that. It's a whole process. And then off to work. And then I'm in the middle of news for the entire day. And it's just sucking me dry throughout the shift. However, anyways, we already said it. What more needs to be said? I don't know if you want to apologize or make any apologies leading into the end of our 300 episode and get anything off your chest, feel better, sleep better.
If you want to apologize or anything,
if you want to sleep better, have a good night's sleep, knowing you're better.
Your apology right now,
knowing you're a better human being.
I know you got trouble sleeping, and I don't. So
that's true. That is true.
You want to say sorry to me for anything?
Yeah, I'm sorry for having
apology accepted because I'm so good-hearted.
Yeah. Anyways,
you know what? You don't need to apologize to me. That's okay. I forgive you.
Armchair producers out there want to reach out and let me know how this comes across, please.
I forgive you.
Thanks everyone for joining us on episode 300 of STCPod, the Start to Continue podcast. How many more? Will there be another 300?
Thanks, Chris, Eric, and Kyle.
Oh, you see the chat.
Oh, now I just opened it up. I think everybody else is gone. Lotus, if you're still here. Appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and you can email us at starttocontinuemail@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter. You can respond to me on Twitter at STCPod, and Joe is at AC Decepticon, but he does have a YouTube channel, My Life in Collecting. You can check that out for all Joe has been up to. And he's got lots. He's been up to a lot, let me tell you. That's it. He's done.
That's it.
You should really rip your shirt off Hulkamania style at the end of an episode.
It's one of my good shirts. I can't rip it off, man.
All right.
All right. Everybody. We'll hope in 8 hours. You better get some sleep.
I know. I will. Joe gets me so hyped up I can't sleep all night, but that's what we deal with. So I'll see you guys. We'll be back again for the next episode. We'll see you. Thanks, everyone. I'll say it. Post it.